guys, 801 Crispy here. Today I'm bringing to you a pretty quick tutorial. I'm going to be showing you how to format your USB drives or your storage drives using the command prompt utility called Diskpart. This will work for any machine running XP and above, and this will also work with disks that are partitioned out. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So the first thing we want to do is open command prompt with administrative privileges. So locate your command prompt wherever it is. In my case, I'm just going to search for it in the start search. And once you have found it, you want to right click on it and do the option that says run as administrator. That will open up command prompt in administrative privileges. Once we have this opened, the next thing you want to do is type in Diskpart, all one word, no spaces, and click enter. This will open up the Diskpart utility. For those of you that have the ability to search in your Windows start menu, you can skip a step and just type in Diskpart, and it should filter out the results and show you the Diskpart utility. And you can just right click that and run as administrator, and it'll open up the Diskpart menu instantly. That just saves you about a step, not too much. So once we have Diskpart open and running, what you want to do is make sure that the drive you want to work with is connected to your computer, and then you want to type in the command list disk. If you have more than one disk and you are unsure which one is the one you want to work with, the best thing to do is to type in list disk without having the device connected. Take note of what's there, connect the device you wish to work with, then type in list disk again, and you should see a new disk on the list, and that should be the one that you are looking to work with. And if you want to double check, it lists the sizes there, so that's another way. Just look for the right size of the drive that you're trying to work with. So now, once you know what drive you want to work with, you type in the command select and the disk that you want to work with. In my case, I'm working with disk 3, so I'm going to do select disk 3. It should say the disk is now selected. Those of you who have disks with partitions and you want to only work with a specific partition rather than the entire disk, instead of doing list disk like we did at the beginning, you would do list volume. And this will show the volumes of your computer. In this case, you would find the volume that you want to work with. In this case, mine is volume 3, and you would do select volume instead of disk and the corresponding one. Mine is volume 3, and it should say the volume is now selected. From this point on, the rest of the commands work for both of them. This is the only step that is kind of you got to be careful which one you're going, so you either format the entire drive or format the volume. So now, once we have selected disk or volume we want to work with, we type in the following commands. Clean. As you can see, it says Diskpart succeeded in cleaning. Now we do create part pry. This is going to go ahead and create the drive as a usable partition. Because after running the clean command, it essentially formats the drive and makes it so the computer can't even use it. Creating part pry makes it a primary partition so the computer can once again recognize it. As you can see, it says Diskpart succeeded in creating the partition. After we do that, we want to mark the partition as active, so we go ahead and just type the command active. As you can see, it now says the current partition is active. And now comes the actual format command. So we type in format fs equals, which stands for file system, And this is where you tell it what file system you want the drive to use. If you are looking to use the drive with Mac and Windows operating system, in my experiences, the best one to do is exFAT. If you are working with a USB drive that is 32 gigabytes and under, do FAT32. If you are working with the drive that is over that limit, so more than 32 gigabytes, exFAT is amazing for that as well. Or for bigger drives, typically 100 plus gigabytes, NTFS is usually a good one. These are the 3 file systems that you could choose from. I'm working with a 4 gigabyte flash drive, so I'm just going to do FAT32. Then we type in label equals, and this is the name you want to give the drive. In this case, I'm going to put 4 USB, just so I know it's a 4 gigabyte USB. And then you type in quick. So kind of briefly going over this command again, the file system that you want to use usually is dictated by the amount of capacity that this disk has. So if you have a 32 gigabyte and under disk, FAT32 would be the correct one to do. If you have a drive that is bigger than that, you would use exFAT or NTFS. From my experiences, NTFS works better on drives that are 100 plus gigabytes, or if you're looking to use the drive on Mac and Windows PC, I would use exFAT. So now we type in quick at the end, type in enter, then to go ahead and format the disk. As you can see, it says it has successfully been formatted. And now the last command is to type in assign letter. This is going to go ahead and give the drive a letter. You can choose any letter from A to Z, so long that it's not being used at the moment. So you can't use C because that's the C drive. If you have multiple other disks, you can't use the letters that those disks are occupying. So in my case, I can't use C, D, and I believe it's E. So I'm going to go ahead and type in Y. Assign letter Y. And as you can see, my autoplay window opened instantly, saying, showing us that it's been successfully assigned a letter, because the command ran through. As you can see, Diskpart successfully assigned the drive letter or mount point. So now, to verify our work, we type in the command list volume, and as you can see, I did volume 3. So this is where you basically see your proof of what you've done. So volume 3, it's assigned the letter Y, just like we told it. It gave the label 4 USB, like we told it to, the FAT32 file system, and it is the 4 gigabyte USB. And that is it. That is how you format a storage disk using the Diskpart utility. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message or leave a comment in the video below. Yeah, if you enjoyed, click that thumbs up button and click the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.